Now, I'm not one to toot my own horn, but I know damn well I told y'all this shit was gonna happen between Kevin and Ray Campbell's son. So, boom. Okay, so let's just jump right on in. Grace had a car accident, and I literally was not expecting that. When she drove off at the end of the last episode, I was ready for her to go straight to Mac and wreak havoc. She did, but we'll get into that later. I am wondering why she felt the need to call Reporter Fox out of everybody that she fucks with. Like, it was just so odd to me that he was the one, given what had just taken place between the two of them, he was the one she felt that she needed to call. I don't know if she still feels hopeful about rekindling whatever flame was lost. But after he took her back to that house and they shaded the fuck out of him, I'm sure the flame has died and the thrill is gone. The fallout between Sophia and Grace was very necessary. I am so glad that Sophia is taking a stance for herself and standing up. She's not being disrespectful to Zora or to Grace, but she is saying something ain't right. And y'all need to check yourself. She wasn't disrespectful, but she was very clear in her message, to say the least. Mac and these goddamn lies. Mac, you got exactly what you needed. And I say that with no hesitation, no remorse, and no sympathy for you at all. From the shit he had going on with this girl, lying and saying that it was Sophia, trickling down to Lady Walmart finally getting a fucking backbone and saying, listen, something is going on. And even if this is your niece, she calling you way too much. I love her for that. You can't be this stupid, mama. You cannot be this stupid. Police. Gather some knowledge and some intuition. Men have it too, but they call it women's intuition, which means that innately it's given to the woman. Which means that above anything, something in you should have told you that something was off with this man. Despite what you know about him already and what you believe about his transformation. Fuck all that. You need to follow your gut. From the moment Grace came tootsie roll into my goddamn car, I would have known from that moment on that something was off. Why is your niece this adamant about bringing you down? If none of what you said happened to you, none of what you said you were accused of was true, why is she on a mission to destroy you? That alone would have raised a red flag for me. We see him lying to the lady. They even go to church, honey. And then God was like, enough, sis. It's time I show you who he really is, since you can't see for yourself. So he had DA dude. What's his name? Leonard. Is it Leonard? Whatever the fuck his name is. So DA dude or whatever had called Mac and was like, remember that little deal we had going on about you in the job? Deal is off. And Mac is like, ha. We had an understanding. You know what I threatened you with if you didn't come through with the come through. And DA was like, you heard what I said. Deal is off. Stop calling me, bitch. Click out. Something from that call evoked something in Mac. And the real him began to show immediately. When he read that woman and referred to her as bottom shelf. Something along the lines of the most disgusting thing he's ever laid his hands on. And for her to retreat and go, don't do this. Don't do this. Nigga, please. I had an ex, and I know he watches my reviews. We were fighting, and I think this was the brink of our breakup. And he told me, why you still standing there? Homie got 3 stitches. I got put out his daddy's house. And he wouldn't speak to me for a year and a half. Don't play the cat's meow, boo-boo. I'm not the 1, I'm not the 2, and I've never been the 3. So, count your blessings. Because it couldn't have been me. He screamed at her. He degraded her. And he put her out. If you think for 1 second that Grace did damage to your car, sir, nothing will compare to what I got for you. And the buck does not stop there with Mac. After he did all this fucking up, then he goes back and call home chick, adolescent chick, middle school tease, and told her, I got it all figured out. You come on to the house. Because see, what I left out is the whole episode he been giving young adolescent tease the 1, 2, 3 because Lady Walmart is like, I'm the cat's meow. I am the one. So whoever that is on the phone can't wait. So he was giving her the 1, 2, 3. Child, after he sent Lady Walmart on her way, he called adolescent tease and was like, come through. So adolescent tease come through, he get her all liquored up off Hennessy, because I know what that was in that bottle, bitch. He get her all liquored up off Hennessy, and he back to business. Trying to rape that young girl. Luckily, she wasn't down for the 1, 2, 3. So she was like, get off me, get off me, get off me. She did something, I don't know if she kicked him in the nuts or what, but she got him off of her. And then she got her shit together and she left. I don't know how the shit commingled or transformed or intertwined, but Mac thought him losing the job was Grace's doing. So all this that he got going on now is because he's mad at Grace. And baby, when he did lay his eyes on Grace, we'll get back to that. Jacob, you're finally, hallelujah, standing tall, realizing that you got a sack of balls between your legs. Finally, you're standing up to Basie Skanks. You are being open and communicative with your wife, of which had a little tease for your ass when you did reveal to her what was going on with the poker scheme. She was like, oh yeah, I found the $100 bill. And you talking about you gonna fix it. I hope it ain't you running back home with your tail between your legs to that bitch of a mama you got sitting over there. Basie Skanks. No. Back to Jacob. Jacob, I understand you trying to save face, but this is Basie Skanks' battle, not yours. And call me greedy, call me selfish. Hell, you can call me Lula Mae Goodman for all I care. What you ain't gonna call me is generous enough to give all of my money to a nigga who gonna gamble it away. No, ma'am. Fuck Basie Skanks and fuck Triumph. I'm taking my money, moving myself into a house with my family, and we're going back to Calvary. Kumbaya, and poof pow, I'm gone. Got me fucked up if you think that I am gonna work so hard to get these coins to send to you. Bitch, please. Basie Skanks. Just when I thought that you had reached an all-time low And finally, the chips were going to fall on your ass, and you were going to eventually have to face the music. You turned it around and did what most of these Houston, because I don't know about everybody else, ministers do at these churches. Especially these goddamn musicals, honey. Yes, Lord. Because me and my cousin was just at one, and the very thing that they did, you did, Basie Skanks. You get these people pump it up, pump it up. And then these people are slain in the spirit, and then you say, give your best seed. I don't need you to pump me up to get my money. I'm going to give you what I give you. But that's exactly what he did. He pump it up and pumped up the entire church and told them that God was for sure going to bless them if they gave their largest seed. And that is just what these blind ass sheep did. They dug deep and they gave steep. Okay. So I'm guessing his Ponzi scheme that he got running on this church is going to replace the money. And that's why I'm just like, Basie Skanks, you in danger, girl. And Jacob, you a fool, girl. If you think that it's okay to get this man your money. Kevin and Charity, they seem to be reaching a good space. But bitch, it's only because Kevin got the hots for Ray Campbell, son. Did I not tell y'all? Y'all gonna learn to start listening to me. Cause a bitch know what he talking about. Okay? I knew from the moment I saw the interaction between them for the first time that this shit that happened in this episode was bound to happen, honey. I knew it. And something in my gut, second quadrant of my soul, told me that when Kevin was like, you know what? Don't even trip. If Lady Mae is okay with me staying at the house, I'll stay there. I said, don't Ray Campbell still live at the house? Didn't they almost have something going on last episode? And I will be a monkey's motherfucking uncle. Sorry to my nieces and nephews. If it did not happen. I know it. But the real gag is, they ended their scene with them in the heat of the moment. I pray that they don't get caught. Cause baby, if they get caught, there will be smoke in the city. Please believe me. If they find out what's going on, all hell is gonna break loose. Now to the main event. This motherfucking fight. Oh. Before we get to the main event, Zora, you need to be grateful. You need to be thankful. And bitch, be humble. Sit down. First of all, thank God that that boy did not end up with Sophia. Because my heart would have been broken if I would have seen him do Sophia like that. Especially given her fresh walk with Christ. But back to you, Zora. Not only are you getting what you rightfully deserve with this dude, your cousin still came through for you and came and picked you up, but because she was late, you had an attitude? Baby, when I tell you I would have done an about face and walked about that building so fucking fast and left your ass high and dry, bitch, call your parents to come pick you up. Since you want to get on my ass about being late to an event that I wasn't even invited to. No, ma'am. Pump your brakes. Now, to this fight. Grace was going to get to Mac come hella high water. When I saw that opening scene, I was so happy when Grace was honest with Sophia and she was like, baby, I don't know if I can give it up. It is what it is. And she couldn't. when Matt called her and she got misconstrued and she thought that he was talking about Sophia, shit went left. She sped over there. She bombarded his house looking for Grace because she thought, looking for Sophia because she thought Sophia was in the house. And the shit went left. That man started to choking her and she stabbed him in the neck with a broken bottle. So, bitch, I don't know if Mac is gonna live. And if he don't, I am not coming to the funeral. And do not expect flowers from me. Okay. This episode was the poo. So I hope y'all all got a whiff, okay? Because this was what we needed. Oh my goodness. Oh, and y'all not getting no review from me from Jocelyn's episode. No, ma'am. I cannot do it. I couldn't even watch the whole episode. It was so boring. But anyway, this episode was everything we need to see. If that girl is gonna tell on Mac. Child, we need to see if Mac gonna live. Is Lady Walmart gonna come back around? What's gonna happen once Zora tells Sophia about what homeboy been doing to her? Jacob, are you really gonna give Basie Skanks this money, bruh? Like, huh? Do not. You cannot. Well, Grace, you did what you had to do, so I don't know if I need to see anything else from you. Although I would love to see you consistent with your ministry. We need to get back to that. Seeing your daughter this passionate about Christ should ignite something in you. This is your child. I don't know, girl. But Kevin and Charity. Charity gonna go down to Nashville and either she gonna kiss or she gonna fuck Jabari. That's a given. Especially with them showing the contrast of the husband side and how he already getting started. So, child. And you know it's crucial because my voice cracked. You know it's crucial. So, we got a lot to see. Hopefully, we get to see Mavis. Because y'all done pulled it with that shit. Y'all made her damn storyline so good. And then you left me in the dust. Oprah, there ain't enough of y'all to fix my lives. There ain't enough Super Soul Sundays to make up for the shit you were doing to me. Now, I am a white woman in America, and I will write a motherfucking letter should I need to. Y'all, this was all this episode gave, and I know we are all on pins and needles waiting for the mid-season finale next week. Same place, same time.